Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video, and in this video I'm going to be claiming Daiyu, or at least showing you me claiming Daiyu, as I did it on my last live stream, and magically I did get her weapon just before claiming her, and I'm really happy. I wanted to build this weapon. It's a long-term weapon. It's going to take a while to get together, obviously, because you need some really good 4th slot crits to make it really the best it can be, and and we don't get those tokens too often, and the crit chance is really low, so you know it may take a very long time to actually happen. I'm happy I got the base 4-star on its way. I did also get a crit on that weapon as well for the next upgrade, so I got a huge bonus to AP when attacking, and lastly I'll just upgrade that to 35% defense, and I'll be pretty happy with that. The 4 slot is where it gets interesting for Daiyu. I'm most likely going to try for destruction, and the top crit in destruction is called Ransack. Attacks steal 2 positive effects from the enemy you attack, and that is a 100% chance of happening. And if you've got Daiyu on a defense team, you're basically debuffing the attack team when you do that, and buffing her as well, so that's awesome. If you have a couple of characters who have got this Ransack as well, it can be very, very hard to deal with. A lot of attack teams do rely on those attack boosts, and against defense teams with very defensive characters, it can be very hard to, you know, break them down unless you've got those buffs. And someone like Daiyu, you can make extremely defensive because she does not need any attack stat. So when it comes to her combat mods, I give her something like this: HP on defense, defense versus alert, stun resist, and reflect. Now, the last slot, it really depends on what you want to do with Daiyu. You could give her crit if you want her crosshairs to happen, and that could be a good way to go. Or you could give her more defensive stat or another resist. It really depends what you want to use her. If you want to use her on an attack team as well, crit could be the way to go. Because obviously Bloodthirst is awesome in that if you do a crit, you are going to get crosshairs on that character, and that's really going to be quite useful on an attack team. On a defense team, not so much, but it still will be useful. It's just whether you think you can sacrifice the resists or stats to just get a bit of crit for that little bonus. You will get them happen anyway, because every character has 10 crit base. Now, when it comes to the set, I'd probably go with defense set and a HP mods. She has a lot more HP than she does have defense when she's maxed out as an S class. I think the difference is 1,000, but I have got a defensive weapon on her. The weapon obviously I've got is got 30% defense. Now, where she's going to benefit massively is the thing she kind of lacks as a character is sustain. She's not going to be able to have any sustain. She's going to rely on other characters to be able to get heals. But if you buff up her HP, this 15% HP will do a lot. So for instance, if I get her to 6,000 HP, which is easily done because she has 4.8k when she's maxed out as an S-class with vet rings, you'll get a 900 heal every turn with this 15% heal off the stun. Obviously this actually has to proc, but once it gets rolling, she's going to boost her HP every turn, which is going to be great. If I get Ransack as well, she could get some nice buffs from time to time. She could get extra defense. She could, I think, still also HP over time from other enemies, attack buffs, elusive, this sort of thing, and it'll be really interesting to see the kind of, you know, combos she can get just basically from stealing buffs off of the enemy. So I think Daiyu will probably be my focus after I get Princess. I'm actually quite close to Raulito as well, so I'll get those two, and then I think I'm going to be all in on Daiyu, but she might be the first character that I actually go for 2 of her. We'll have to see. I'll test out 1 and see how good she is. I think she's going to be really good, but we'll test it out, and I think 2 of her could be fantastic, especially on certain defense teams. I may actually go for Lao Po because of this character, and we'll see what other characters come out down the line when it comes to strong defense team characters, because obviously I'm looking for good characters to be on a defense team, and I think Daiyu is one of the best characters out there in terms of control. Her taunt is just insane. 3-turn taunt, and she actually gets that every 2 turns. You know, it'll be attack, rush, and you're taunted for that time. So very, very good. And infection on the active skill is pretty nice as well. If you're not a quick enough attack team, you're going to be destroyed because of that. It's got an initial cooldown of 2, which is very quick. So if you're not killing defense teams by turn 4, you're going to start losing characters. And the best thing about that is I think if you do have 2 Daiyus, they shouldn't infect the same character. You'd hope, at least. So that's just a little look at my Daiyu and her weapon, which is in the making. I am going to ascend her on my next weekly live stream, which will be on Thursday. hopefully see you then. Do tell me which character you are focusing on. Do you like Daiyu? Are you going to actually try and get her as an S-class character? I have come up against a couple of her recently. It looks like more people are getting her as an S-class character on their defense teams. How they've modded them out though doesn't seem to be utilizing her very well. They're trying to spread her power too much rather than concentrating on one element of her kit. I know she's a very diverse character, but if you try and make her a jack of all trades, she'll kind of just be an average character, whereas if you focus a lot on one particular thing, she's going to be really good at that, and I think that's the best way to go with Daiyu. Like I said, do tell me which character you're aiming for. Are you going for Daiyu? Is she in your sights? Is there someone else that you're going for first, like me with Princess? That is the end of my video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.